Hi, Debbie here. I'm here with my first design team project for Natasha's Scrapbook Corner, and I will just have a seat and I will show you what I've done and explain what I used. So I just need to flip my camera around so I can actually see what I'm doing. Kind of, sort of. I'm just going to have a seat right here, and then I'll show you what I've done here. So what I've done here is I have like a fabric teacup that I made, and this is what I've done with it with my little design team package. I used the wheat sprays and the little butterfly, and then I cut out from the trim this flower, and then I used this little flower spray here that I had gotten. And then I cut out some dangles from the trim, and this was also cut out, and then I put the pearls across the bottom here. So this is what I've done for this. Now everything that I've used to make this little teacup is going to be in the description box below, where you can just go right over there and see the product. And I will go a little bit more into that when I do the tutorial, but this is just to let you know what I've done. And so this was just a little fabric. I didn't do anything on the back, which I won't do anything on the back. So this is the front, and this is what we're going to be doing today, is making one of these. So I'm just going to set that here, out of the way. And like I said, you saw this one here. Now I do have this one. I didn't have the color cording that I wanted to use on this. This is like a gold, and it really doesn't go with this fabric that I have. But what I was thinking of doing later, what I'm not going to do now, is I'm going to just, I think, take some gesso, some white gesso, and just paint it white and try to tone it down a little bit so it's not quite so gold. I just really don't particularly like all that gold here. Well, anyway, this is pre-made. I'm not going to do this on the tutorial because I got to use my sewing machine, and there's cutting and all that, and I'm not really going to do that. Only because it's just too involved. So I just used a pattern. I just have a little pattern here that I just printed out, and I just, traced it onto the material, cut it, sewed it, stuffed it, and it's not really hard. It's just that for me to set up my camera to do a sewing tutorial, and then stopping and then bringing everything over here to put the embellishments on, and I don't edit, so that would just be too much for me to do. So let's just start with just embellishing this little teacup right here. So like I said, the first thing I'm going to do is I had some trims in my package, and I just totally cut them apart. I cut pieces off, I cut flowers out, I just totally just cut it apart. And then I'm just going to use pieces on my little teacup. And the first thing I did is on the bottom border of the trim there was this, and I cut this piece off. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to attach it to the bottom of the teacup like this, and what I'm going to be using is Fabri-Tac. Well, it says Fabri-Fix, but I'm going to be using this one because I don't particularly like to use hot glue. I mean, I have it, and but let me just get this on. So we'll do this, and it's really, and I just put a strip, measure them on the right side. Get this to go, and I'm just going to put a strip along the top edge, just the top edge. Just right along the little top edge here, and then I'm going to just put that where I want it to be, and I want it to be right about here, like that. I don't want it too far down on this, because I want this to still look like a little cup when I'm finished. I don't want to over embellish it and put so much on it that you don't even know what it is. So I am going to just lightly embellish. Just a couple little things, and then, that's all I'm going to do. So I'm going to put that on. Okay, now the next thing I'm going to want to do is the wheat sprays. Now these wheat sprays come in come 6 in a little bundle when you order them, and the ones I'm using here, I thought they were like a blue color, but they come, and she has all different colors. I think she has purple and red and orange, and yeah, so she has purple, red, orange, and I think all in all also a green color. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to be putting that right up here. But since this is so long, I am going to cut this off, because I don't need all that. So I'm going to cut that off, and then I'm going to attach it like here. And I'm also going to attach it with more of the little glue. And it really doesn't take much of this little glue either. This glue really attaches nicely. And then I'm going to put that there. And then I cut out one of the little flowers from the trim, and that's going to go right over that. I just need to make sure I have the right side. And that goes over. It's going to go just like that. I can actually slide this a little bit more over. So it's going to go like that. Just set that there. And these little sprays, you can bend them however you want, because they're all attached with wire. Each little leaf is attached with wire, so you could actually really flare them out really nicely if that's what the look you're going for. So I'm going to put that there. In the center, I have this little flower here that I'm just going to stick in the center. Now on the blue one, I used one of the ones from my one of the little cluster, flower right here that I got there. But I'm gonna use this one for this flower. Making them kind of the same, but yet just a little different. I can bring this over a little bit more so you can see that. There we go. I know my working space is little. And then I'm going to put that right in the center, like that, so that looks like that. And I also have one of the little butterflies that was in my little kit, and I have 3. This is one of the little ones, and it's going to go, I know this, we're just going to put that right like that. I'm going to put that just like that. So that's how that's going to look. I'll just get this one. Now on the bottom, this one I did the little beaded trim. This one I'm going to do a little bit differently. I have these little fabric little blue flowers that I like to use, and I'm going to actually be putting those on the bottom. So this is what I'm going to do with this one. On each one of the little flowers on the trim, I'm just placing these right on top of the little flower in the trim. So it looks like that. So this is my little teacup. Now, I was thinking maybe of putting some trim here, but I'm not really sure, so I'm going to hold off on that and see if I want to do that later. But this is my little fabric teacup, And like I said, I'll leave the link to all the products I used in the description box below. You can go over there and check out Natasha Scrapbook Corner Shop. And yeah, so these are the two little teacups I made. Ta-da! So, I want to thank you for watching, and I'll be talking to you again soon. Okay, bye for now.